few weeks ago, I asked you to help me decide my old Honda VT against the new Super Meteor. You voted overwhelmingly for me to sell the Honda. So I did. I listened to you, and now that she's gone, I'm completely heartbroken. Why does this hurt so much? Have any of you felt this? Because if you have, I really need to hear from you, your stories and your comments. Why does this feel like I've lost a friend? Why am I feeling bereft? The old Honda VLX 600 or VT600 is the longest time I've ever owned a motorcycle, 12 years I think, and now I just feel empty. In that 12 years of ownership, I grew muscle memory. My hands and my feet knew exactly where to go. 12 years is more than a decade, and that bike has been a constant through my life in Thailand. It wasn't just a machine, it was a witness to my life here.
So this bike was my first cruiser, and what I love about it for a short-legged rider is how easily I can manhandle this bike. You do ride it by the seat of your pants. I think that is an extra thrill in its own right.
To be honest, it's not just me. I recently interviewed a new neighbour of mine, Peter, who bought the new Royal Enfield Classic 650, and he had to sell 6 bikes, I believe, to be able to manage his move to Thailand, and he owned some of those bikes for more than 30 years. Just listen to what he has to say.
So I'd like to introduce you to my new neighbour, Pete.
Hello.
Hello, Pete.
Hi.
So you've just sold up all your motorbikes in England.
Yeah.
And moved to Thailand.
Sold the house, sold the motorbike, sold the cars, sold absolutely everything.
Wow.
And came to Thailand with my wife, who's Thai.
Who's Thai, yeah.
2 suitcases each, 84 kilograms of luggage, and that was our whole life in 4 bags.
Wow. That's a major move. How was it selling 8 bikes? Because you witnessed me the other day. You witnessed me selling my favourite bike on New Year's Eve.
It was devastating.
Yes.
It was heart-wrenching because some of the bikes I've had for over 30 years.
Yes.
So looking at them and seeing them going, they're my babies.
Exactly that. Yeah, exactly.
And that's the way they were treated.
Yeah.
And the wife never understood that.
So I'm still suffering emotional distress somehow that I've sold this bike.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know why we get attached to motorbikes so much as we do, but we do. They're like family, they're like a partner, and I am missing my bike.
Really, yeah.
Right.
You've had second thoughts already, have you?
Second thoughts, but I'm appreciating the money because I need that to go back to England next week. So, yeah.
The Super Meteor 650 is technically superior, but the VT600, that had old school soul, and modern bikes struggle to replace that. I've traded character for a machine. The only good news, the only thing that's keeping me sane right now is the buyer. He wasn't looking to beat me down on price. He recognised the love and care and maintenance that I put into this bike over the last 12 years.
It's changed a lot since I've owned it. I've chopped it, I've bobbed it, I've changed the handlebars numerous times. It's sat in the garage for 6 months. It's only just been started, it's only just been polished and cleaned. I cleaned it and serviced it with the intention of selling it. This bike has taught me so much. I've had this bike to pieces so many times. Wheels off, carburetors off, exhausts off, radiators off, you name it. I've put new starter motor in it, I've put new wheel bearings in it, new spark plugs, new spark plug leads. It's had it all, and it does run very well now. For a 40-year-old bike, it does have 1988 stamped on the wheel rims here somewhere, so it is an old bike.
He paid my full asking price without a second thought, and he's actually a VLX VT600 man himself, so I know she's gone to a good home.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
It doesn't stop the rider's grief, but it makes it a little easier to bear, knowing the story of the bike isn't over, it's just starting a new chapter with someone else who just truly gets it. Beyond the emotional side, there was a practical one too. Honestly, other bikes were just getting in the way. I was starting to feel crowded out in the garage, and I had to ask myself, is there a better bike out there for me in the future?
I've test ridden so many new bikes recently, doing ride reviews, which I do like to do, but the problem with that is you start falling in love with other bikes. And I found a bike that's a hybrid of this one and this one. Can you guess what it is? Yeah, I did a review on the Indian Scout 1250. Boy, did that bike blow my mind.
Wow.
It was a real tango moment, bop, bop, bop. It just got me out of nowhere. I just opened up that throttle and I was just immediately hooked on that bike. And it is a V-twin, but it's got the capability of traveling long distance, the same as my Super Meteor. So should I sell this bike and sell this bike and go out and buy an Indian Scout?
That question led me down to a bit of a rabbit hole.
It's only just been started, it's only just been polished and cleaned. I cleaned it and serviced it with the intention of selling it. But of course, I took it out for a ride and now I'm back in love with it again. The curse of a motorbike.
Coming soon, I'm going to share my top 10 cruisers of all time. I've been doing the research and test riding them all, and I have to tell you, 2 of them really stood out. I'll be dropping that ranked video very soon to see if one of them might be eventually filling that hole the Honda left behind. But for now, I really need to hear from you. Have you ever experienced this specific type of grief and remorse after selling a long-term bike? Does that feeling actually fade when you replace it with something better, or do you always carry a bit of that regret?
This is lovely. Very lovely.
Let me know your stories in the comments, please. I'll be reading them all. Until next time, ride safe.